Good morning, my farming people. It is a beautiful day because it rained last night and we have been hoping for rain. It has been what? Good morning, freaking puppies. Good morning. Good morning, Nova. Come on, hey. Good morning. All right. So we're out. We're gonna check on the ducks and chicks now. Things have changed a little bit since the last time I think we had an update on the ducks and chicks, and now you notice I'm not going in where we always go check on the chickens because we're gonna go check on the ducks. And if you notice, there's a little bit of a solar panel up there to something I added in here. You guys get back. Maybe I should put the dogs outside. We're gonna come in here, and here's another thing. So as we walk in here, the duckies are chilling out right there, and chicks are in here. And what we did here is we actually brought the ducks over here from the brooder so they have more room. And the ducks and chicks are together for once. But the problem we were having in here was it was a great big room and it goes into the other part where the chicks have been, but it was so dark in here. Now, I did cut out a window for them where I think an old window was, and I trimmed it up, put some chicken wire on there, so they got a little bit of wind, and that's what it was. And I got the ducks some water, but I was like, I want something else. I want just a little bit more. So actually what we got here, if you look, the cables are coming in from there. We got a light here. There's actually a light that goes in to the chicken coop, the middle part. And what they are is solar powered lights. I was like, you know, it's so dark in here. I want to be able to at least light it up so they can see it's not just pitch black. And I was like, well, I just don't want them to have light during the day. So what I got, and I'll have to pull it up, I ordered them from Amazon. It was a 2 pair of lights. They're 16, the cords are 16 feet long, and it's all solar powered. I think there's 4 different modes that I could have constant on. I have the remote here, if I can remember correctly. I could turn it on to auto and have light in here. But the one I really like is mode 1, because mode 1, when it is nighttime and it detects, you know, when it gets low light out, it'll actually turn on. And the way mode 1 is it's a dull dim light, so there's a constant light in here at night, and then if there's any movement it detects it, and for I think I could set it for 25, 35 or 45 seconds it'll be full power until there's no more movement. But the ducks and the chicks are now together, so now I don't have to worry about making a whole nother separate coop. But I wanted to just check on the birds, make sure everybody's doing all right. Then I have a couple other upgrades I want to do as well. So obviously so far, window, we opened up this second room, got the ducks in here, got lights in here. Also, another thing I want to do, and I think what we're going to do today, is I want to make a chicken roost in here. I have all the boards for it, but I want the chickens to have somewhere where they can roost and maybe get away from the ducks. The ducks, they're still a little bit combative. I mean, right now they don't care. The chicks are just running around. They get a little feisty. But the ducks sometimes go to chasing them, but the chickens have learned there's a little bit of a roost in the other room that they perch on. So if the ducks are being obnoxious, they can come up and perch. And I want to put it here, and I have a couple ideas on the ease of cleaning underneath when they poop, thanks to Aaron. I seen his, and I was like, that is a wonderful idea. So we're going to shut this door, and we're going to go into the actual chicken coop, make sure food and water is good, ducks water is good. Eventually I have to redo this run, and I haven't completely decided how I want to do it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, or any recommendations. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to, yeah, I could let them out, but I want to probably trim up some of these branches here and have an over the top cover so nothing can come in from the top. I could just open the door and let them out and not worry about them jumping out. But that is for a little bit later down the line. We're gonna go jump in the main coop and make sure food and water's good. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. See, it's still dark in here. It's daylight. There's only one window and it's put behind the wall, but I have that coming in here. I have a light and I can turn it on auto and light this up. I came in at night and it was actually pretty cool. There's plenty of room. Looks like they are out of water. It looks like the ducks have been over here making a mess. So I'll have to get them some water. Food in the trough is getting low, but I've also been wondering. So we have these little contraptions here that were here when we bought it. And they're for food. And I don't know if the chicks are quite big enough to reach in there yet, but I'd like to just be able to feed them through that. But boy, these chicks are getting big. They almost got all their feathers. They're looking good. You can see a little perch I have for them. Give them a little bit of a jump up. But then yeah, I opened up that door to the other room so they have both rooms to run around, and I'm gonna keep them in here until I get that run finished and redone. These lights are nice. I do like them a lot. Go back to mode 1 to where that's just at night. It's all solar powered. I think AAA batteries in the remote. So, but other than that, it's a beautiful, kind of cool day because it just rained. It smells amazing out here. But we've been working since it's been a wet week. We were originally going to plan on spraying. Not yet. We're holding off. So I've been working on finishing up some things in Ops Center, getting boundaries finished up, tank mixes ready to go. But in here, it's so quiet now without the little birdies. I'll open up the big door. It'll be all right. But what we have is, I'm just going to get it out. So then that way, yeah. All right, so got these all cut down to 6 foot. And now I think what I might want to do is I want to find the angle I want it to sit up against the wall. And I'm going to cut those just at the top, so then it'll sit at an angle up against the wall. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to want to do that. So probably maybe 45-degree angle. Maybe not. Well, let's do some measuring. So now we got those cut at an angle where, I don't know if you guys can see this, that's the angle that'll sit flat up against the wall. So it's a little bit of an angle, not too much for them to climb straight up at an angle, but it'll kind of sit about like that. Now, I gotta decide, I have 8 rungs. How far? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. I want to space them evenly on this. So they're 8 foot. Probably start at 7'6", if I went every foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yeah. So I'll start at 6 inches from the bottom and go every foot, and that should give me, it's gonna double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So let's do that. I'm gonna mark those out on each one. All right. So now, what I'll probably do, shut that heater off so I'm not heating up the outdoors. I got those measured out from 6 inches every foot to 7 foot 6 inches. That should be 8. So what I'll do is I'm going to get a drill with a drill bit, drill a pilot hole for each one of those, and then I should be able to, in theory, stand it up, screw in from the sides, and that should hold. Let's do that. So I'm just using some screws I had on hand. 2.5. Should be about perfect there. So I just want to find a drill bit. If I could open this up. That's gonna match that, but not be too big. This will work. You put the drill bit in the right way. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna I'm gonna drill pilot holes at every one of those marks. Alright. So now that we got those all drilled out, what we should be able to do is I think I'm going to turn these sawhorses, maybe. Let's get the right drill bit. Or maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to go in the middle of each one of these and drill a pilot hole. Just so I'm hitting in the middle. So now I kind of have a base center hole that I can start the screws on. Put the drill bit away so you don't lose them, like I always do. And then find the right head. That seems pretty close. Alright. So now I'm going to move all this stuff and make room. So now we just take our screws and start screwing, right? I think one screw should be enough. Just get it started. We'll see. As of right now, that might turn a little bit more than I want it to. So I might have to put in another one, too, to keep it from pivoting. We're gonna put them in and see what happens. I think you can kind of get the gist of what's coming on. You can see each step, they come in every foot. That'll be at an angle, and they'll be able to perch up on there. Now, I'm hoping I have enough of an angle to where, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, I don't think they'll be too close together. I don't think. Well, that didn't work great. Pulled out. Huh. All right. Let's regroup and think of this. Come back together. Okay. Maybe I'll add some more. What I'm worried about is I don't want to crack the board. maybe I don't need to worry about that. I just want to make sure. Let's get this right. So if it's like that, I think so there, that should roughly be the angle we're at. Alright. I think we're doing alright. Just gotta remember, 2 screws, not one. One makes you spin. Spin, no good. Well, I didn't do much thinking in this. I figured, oh, 6 foot tall. I forgot I had to go through a door. So it is very close. I think if I take off just these little edge pieces, we should be able to get her in. I hope. Because I don't feel like taking her all apart. So I'm going to take these edges off and then see if she'll slide in. All right, after a bit of persuasion and remodeling, we are able to just barely make it through. I mean, we couldn't have another 1/2 inch. But what we got is a run, or not a run, a chicken perch. So what we'll do is, and what I seen at Aaron's, is he actually on his has hinges on top. And that's what I got. I got hinges that I'll screw in there. And then I got a little hook I'm going to hook to the bottom. And then when I'm wanting to clean out from underneath this, I should be able just to lift it up, hook it up on this other side, clean out from underneath it. and set it right back down. So let's get, what's the best way to do this? It's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna get these hinges out. We're gonna see if I can think of a better way to do it. I just went to Tractor Supply, got some cheap hinges. I think they'll work pretty good for what I need them for. All right, so now we're gonna test it, and hopefully it works. Just like that. And then you can clean it underneath it. And then all I got is a little hook here that I will put in the base of this. All right, so now let's try it. Lift it up. There you go. Now it is up and out of the way. You can clean out from underneath it, nice and clear, and then set it right back down after you get it cleaned up and cleaned up. Yeah. So yeah, just a quick little couple hinges, a hook, and be able to clean up underneath it. So this is just another asset, or just not really an asset, it's just something that we're adding. Doggos are watching the birds. But this will be nice for the chicks. They can get up and out of the way. Dutch, get out. So if you found this useful, or if you have any other ideas, or you think of something that would be better for this, let me know. If you found this useful, like and subscribe. We love you. God is good. We hope you have a great day. Thank God for the rain. And hopefully next week we'll be in the sprayer spraying and getting seeds in the ground. So thanks for watching. Maybe something I messed up on. One key thing is make sure you measure your door. Make sure you measure your door before you put this together. Yeah, bad. Got lucky there. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.